Is the XC60 the best Volvo to buy? We'll find out in today's video. I'll include a link to the Volvo in Salt Lake's website in the description down below. If you have any questions, need any help, just ask for Mark. Also include a link to my car buying guide. Let's get into it. Under the hood, we have a mild hybrid 2-liter 4-cylinder that goes through an 8-speed. Fuel economy is 23 around town, 30 on the highway, with power outputs being 247 horsepower and then 266 pound-feet of torque. I'm trying to hit 500,000 subscribers before the end of the year. I'd really appreciate it if you'd help out with that. When it comes to the hood design, you've got some sharp lines, but pretty boxy overall. Now, this doesn't have the newest version of the Thor's hammered daytime running lights, but these still look really sharp. And then this one has the blacked out grille. And I will say the contrast on this one I think looks really good. Tire wheel setup is 255 by 45 by 20. You've got silver there on the exterior, and then it's blacked out in the center. We also have blacked out mirror caps as well as window trim. And when it comes to the proportions, I think the XC60 is pretty darn solid with the Volvo styling. Key fob features, we've got the Volvo logo, we have our lock and unlock function on the side, the opening for the hatch too. And one reason why the XC60 is appealing is you have a ton of cargo space behind the second row. The bow design with the taillights gives it a sharp, distinctive appearance, and then you've got lots of chrome badging on this one. That will cap things off for the exterior of this XC60. Let's now check out the interior. This one has a two-tone coloration on the door panel with the tan down below. And that tan coloration continues onto the seats. Legroom back here is good. We also have a little storage net. We've got heated seats in the back, and then there's a little USB port at the bottom. And headroom is good. Let's now check out the front. Blind spot monitoring, and then down below we've got memory seats. The mirrors do power fold in, and you've got that same two-tone coloration. The front seats have kind of a cool stitching design down the center, and then they are power adjustable with lumbar support. Let's fire it up. Soft touch trim all around the steering wheel. You've got practical controls for the cruise control on the left side and the right side. You've got your controls for center voice command too. Digital gauge cluster in the center, and if you press the little screen button, it'll get rid of the navigation. So depending on what you want to see, you can change that. 360 camera system, and it's nice to be able to see out of all the different angles. Screen is quick to respond with that too. Now when it comes to the screen itself, it is kind of popped under the dash a bit, but it does have quick response time. Everything is very nicely labeled. And you'll note that this does have dual zone climate, heated seats and heated steering wheel. And those climate controls are always accessible at the bottom. But yeah, not usually a fan of all touchscreen, but it's easy enough. More nice trim across the dash. And then we do have some physical controls for like the volume, changing the station, also the defroster. This comes equipped with a phone charging pad. We've got the crystal shifter there. And then we have some cup holders right next to it. Engine stop start. Parking brake and auto hold. With the center console, there's quite a bit of space, USB port. And I will say, nice trim here on the top with that. And then this does come equipped with a panoramic center. XC60 B5, $57,985. Let's see how this performs. Let's set off in the XC60. I'll obviously try to review more powertrains on this. Of course, the plug-in hybrid, right? That's kind of the coolest one that you can get with the 60, but we'll start with the base B5 powertrain. And this is my last Volvo video for the day. I filmed 5 Volvos today, which I think is probably the most I've ever done in a single. No, I don't know. I usually with the Volvo brand, I usually try to film all the video, not all of them, but most of the videos in just 1 to 3 days for the year, which is always weird because Mark at the dealership remembers me, but some of the other guys, because I mean, you can imagine, like, you see someone only like a few times a year, some of them forget who I am. So I'll walk in and be like, wait, who? Oh yeah, the guy that films the video. Okay, here, what keys do you need? Great people though. If you've ever been to the Volvo in Salt Lake, really cool people. But oh, I didn't mean to flash that. I thought this was pulled. Anyways, the seats are comfortable. I said this in my XC90 review. I think that Volvo should have cooled seats in more cars. I wonder if it's because like Sweden is, you know, kind of a place known for winter. They don't really do, and they have cool summers there, so they don't really do cooled seats. But like in America, we got lots of hot places. So for the American versions of the Volvos, they should probably do more cooled seats, in my opinion. Have them in more packages, rather. It is a lighter color on the seat, so that helps out, but I just think at the price point these are at, that people are going to kind of have that expectation that you get a little bit more feature-wise. But yeah, I love the interior. Volvo's using more synthetic materials. I've had a chance to actually talk to some people at Volvo, and you know, I don't care if you agree or disagree with this, but Volvo's very much into environmentalism. So, you know, that's why they're doing the, you know, plug-in hybrid powertrains. That's why they're doing the synthetic materials inside, is they're trying to make their cars more environmentally friendly, which honestly, I don't think really matters all that much in terms of the end consumer, right? Obviously, if that's something you value, it's something you value, but when I say it doesn't matter all that much, the interior still feels really nice. Like if you get in this, or if you get in a Volvo from 10 years ago that has a bunch of leather, this in my opinion feels just as nice, just as durable. So I don't really see a problem with it for the end consumer. And you know, in some cases, some of the synthetic trims actually feel kind of nicer and they hold up a little bit better than the real stuff. Now, in terms of how good that is for your health long term, I don't know. We'll have to see on that, right? Like, is touching this stuff gonna leach chemicals into your skin? I'm sure you'll see Instagram videos talking about it, right? Did you know that your cell phone, or did you know that your car is killing you? Have you guys seen the videos? Because I see the videos all the time. But I'll get an acceleration and then we'll kind of sum things up. 104 degrees. It does not feel like 104 degrees. It feels like 80 to me. Either I'm right or the thermostat's. I think the thermostat's right, but just weird. And more traffic than I thought. Sorry about that. Okay, let's get our little torquey acceleration. I definitely prefer Volvo's stronger 4-cylinder, the B6. Got close to 300 horsepower. That one's, yeah, that one's a lot nicer. It's more expensive, obviously, but yeah, the XC60 it's a nice car. I'm still like, after reviewing all the Volvos today, I still like the XC90 the most. Obviously, it's the most expensive. I guess I have expensive taste, but the reason why I like it is because 3-row, comfort, just the interior space in general. I like the proportions with Volvo styling. I think it looks the best. And it comes, I don't think you can get the B5 in the XC90. I think it's only B6 and then the plug-in hybrid, and those are my two favorite powertrains. So it's like, it has everything that I like in a Volvo. But this is still really nice. If you don't need the 3rd row, this is of course the one to go for.